Hey, what's up, guys? I just wanted to, for MW, so for Modern Warfare 2 Remaster, eventually I think that they're gonna end up doing it, is because like you have like the classic maps, Favela, Terminal, Highwise, Skid Row. Then you have the intervention for the guns. You have the intervention. You have the Bear 50 cal. You have the Scar Age, like the classic Scar Age. You have the Fromage. You have the like all of those classic weapons. Then you have the UMP, like the UMP 45, the kill streaks. You have the UAV. You have the counter UAV. You have the Polar missile. You have the nuke. You have the Harrier strike. You have the AC-130. You have the chopper gunner. You have the Pavlo. So for the pros, you have the one. I mean, more than likely they will probably have to fix like the one-man army. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. And then for like the new. And then for like, okay, so for, what was I on? The attachments. The attachments, you have the rocket no, not the rocket launcher. You have the grenade launcher, you have the red dot, you have the suppressor, which is basically the silencer, you have the one like that shows like all of like the red dots and like the green dots, and the thermal one. You have the target one, like where like that it shows you where like the like where like the enemies are at. I don't see them not remastering it. You have all of these classic maps. You have all of these classic guns. You have all of these classic attachments. You have all of these classic maps you can do. I don't understand how that they haven't remastered this yet. Infinity Ward. If you are going to make a... Because since like you did Modern Warfare, the next one, you gotta do... You have to do stinking mw2, man. You have to. Remaster that already. Because if you have all of like those like classic maps, you have all of those guns, you have all of those great attachments. Then you have like the kill streak. You could remaster like, I mean, obviously they're all dead, but like you could remaster Soap, you can remaster Margoloff, you can remaster Ghost and Soap, and I forgot what the other guy's name is. I forgot what like all of like the characters' names are. But you have to remaster Modern Warfare 2. All of the classic maps, all of the kill streaks, all of the guns. Like, you have to do it, man. You gotta do. Eventually, you have to. I mean, you can't. I mean, like No Ocean. No Ocean was a. God, this is probably going on up getting copyright. So No Ocean was not a good map. I mean, not a good map, but not a good place because it was back in 2009. But here's the situation. You don't have to put that map back in. I mean, not the map, but the campaign mission. You don't have to put that back in. You can just do all of the other ones, all of the other missions, and just delete that. I mean, yes. I mean, obviously, like it was like that was a part of the story for MW2, and then we had yeah. But here's the situation though. You don't have I understand like that yes, like that is part of like the storyline and stuff like that, but you don't have to put that in. You can just get rid of that and then just put like all of the classic missions back in the game. You have to do MW2, man. Eventually, you have to remaster MW2. You just have to. It was one of the classic Call of Duty games that I can physically remember playing. Obviously, I didn't get the 10 prestige, but I played it a lot. And I wish I could go back on my Xbox 360 and play it, but I can't. Like, you have to eventually remaster it. Like, you can put it on the PlayStation 5 because now we have like a new system and stuff like that. So I mean this is going as long as I want it to, but not as what I was expecting. But anyways, now you can put it on the PlayStation 5. Just do MW2 remaster. And then just sell them on the disc. If I was you, because Sledgehammer Games, they're done, basically. In the next 10 to 15 years, you gotta have MW2 remaster. Because I think because like that we're going like everything was up. Now it's slowly like building down and stuff. So that's why I think MW2 remaster, or I mean basically you have to say MW2 remaster, is because like you can't really say MW2 because MW2, I'm like, for like MW2 remaster, like I think if you eventually, I mean, it has to be done. You did it with MW. You did it with MW All. You did it with Modern Warfare. So why haven't we not seen MW2 yet? If it is going to, and I'm like the first one to talk about this is because nobody's talking about it, which I don't know why. If you are going to try to make MW2 remaster, you gotta do it on a PlayStation 5. You physically have to, because first of all, the sales would be flying up the roof for it. Number Number two, you have all of those classic maps. You have Soap, you have Price, you have Makarov, the bad guy. Like, at least I'm like, for this generation, in the next, when the PlayStation 5 comes out, I would do MW2 Remaster. Because here's the thing. If you do it for the next generation, then that's going to be like 2030 or whatever, like 2035 or whatever. And then the new consoles are going to end up coming out. So if I was you to make like a lot of money, get MW2 Remastered for the PlayStation 5. You can do supply drops. I mean, now I don't know if that's ever going to do supply drops ever again. But you can do supply drops in the game. You can make a lot of money. Put the DLC for free. Put the DLC for free. Put the DLC weapons for free. And then just boom. I mean, like I know, like obviously, like DLC, like back in the day, like that, like they wasn't really like a figure to MW2, but you can do that. Like you can put MW2 DLC weapons in there and just sell them. Like you will make tons of money. Just have the DLC mask for free and then just sell the DLC weapons for maybe like 20 or like $30 and then boom, there's your profit. Like it blows my mind is because we haven't seen an MW2 remaster yet. And it's just physically just blowing my mind. And you can do one man army new too. I mean, can you please get rid of the painkiller low? But I mean, you can do Martyrdom, you can do one man army, you can do all of that stuff. In the next 10 to 15 years, I want to see this game remastered. Because here's the situation. The situation is this. You will make tons of money. Like, you would make tons of money. And I mean, obviously, Call of Duty has been making tons of money. Like, tons of money every single time. But here's the situation, though, of the declining of players people are playing in a game because you did futuristic stuff. And now going to, like, the past and stuff like that with MWR and with Modern Warfare right now. So then just do MW2. Like, the next game is MW2 Remaster. So just remaster it already. I don't understand why it's taking you guys so long to remaster it. It has been 11 straight years. You have to eventually remaster MW2. Or maybe it's for the PlayStation 5 or for like the next console. But you have to do it in the next, I'm going to have to say, 10 to 15 years. You have to remaster MW2 in the next 10 to 15 years. You just have to. Because that's... I mean, I started on World at War. Then I went to MW2 and I loved it. I want to replay those maps. I want to go for those nukes. I want to go for those Harrier strikes. Like, I don't understand how that it has not been remastered yet. It makes no sense. You have to remaster it in the next 10 to 15 years, or I don't know. But anyways, I mean that's just my rants and just stuff like that. But if I was Infinity World, I would be watching this video right now and saying to myself, okay, let's do an MW2 remaster, because then all of our players would go back to Call of Duty and would go back to these games and stuff like that. If you do MW2 remaster, then you don't have to do hack lobbies, or you don't have to do glitches and stuff like that. Just fix the glitches, and then boom, you're all set. Like, you can still have those one-man army new tubes. I didn't mind it whatsoever. But like, all of those classic maps, in the next 10 to 15 years, I want this game remastered. I'm done winning off this, but you gotta do it. You gotta do MW2 remaster in the next 10 to 15 years. Because here's the thing, if you do MW2 remaster, then you can get all of those Call of Duty players back. Like, I just don't see them not remastering MW2. It's just I'd rather have MW2 remaster instead of having Ghost 2 remaster. If I was you, because now you have back all of those all of those, because now you have the MW2 mostly back, so then might as well just the development, because they did Modern Warfare, and then just make an MW2 remaster for the PlayStation 5 and for the Xbox, whatever, I think it's Scarlet or whatever. You gotta do it to the next 10 to 15 years. And if you don't, I'm obviously I'm still gonna play it, but I don't see them not doing it. But that's it. Sorry, like that. This was a very long video. I wasn't trying to make it very long. But that's just my rant about things. That's just what I want to see. I mean, obviously, I know that nobody's nobody physically has been talking about it. The last time that we talked about it was back in 2017, 18, and nobody's physically been talking about this, and I just wanted to just to share my opinion on it, because I think that would be sounding like stinking crazy if you do an MW2 remaster. But anyways, I mean, my video has been long enough. I didn't really want to make it this long, but I mean, that's just my opinion on MW2 remaster if we ever get it. And yeah, that's all about it. My recent movies are popping up on the screen here. Subscribe to my boy. The links will be down in the description down below. And maybe, but peace out.